Kulavinaka everyone, Maori and good evening to you all. I'm Kanskeva from Kiribati and I'm so glad to be join this course AP152. The purpose of this presentation is to ensure you all how human development is very important and why human development is a very useful and important in part of our life. The outline of this presentation is to keep the definition of my topic, which is human development, gives the importance of my topic, gives a theory on erection theory, gives human development in sociocultural context and in my own context, recognition of human development, gives the conclusion of human development, and for the last slide is to give the bibliography of this presentation. What is human development? Human development is simply about making people's life better. It's about giving everyone the chance to live a good life with opportunities to learn, grow, and be healthy. In this statement, and it emphasizes the growth in different levels, knowing how to develop yourselves in better lives, good conditions, and to be growth well-being. What is the importance of human development? Human development is incredibly important because it's about creating a better world for everyone. As it improves lives, think about access to education, healthcare, and opportunities. When people have these things, they can live healthier, happier, and fulfilling lives. It reduces poverty by providing education, job training, and access to resources. We help people lift themselves out of poverty and build a more secure future. It promotes peace and stability. When people feel secure, have opportunities, and their basic needs are met, they are less likely to resort to violence and conflict. Stronger communities means more peaceful societies. It helps the island develop. This is particularly important for island nations where sustainable development is crucial for long-term well-being. And to strengthen economies. When people are healthier, educated, and have opportunities, they are more productive and contribute to economic growth, benefiting everyone. In slide 6, the picture that shows Erickson theory describes the stage of psychosocial development. Each stage is characterized by a specific psychosocial crisis that individuals must resolve to develop a healthy personality. The image visually represents this stage as a staircase, with each step representing a stage, its age range, and the corresponding crisis. For example, trust versus mistrust, autonomy versus shame, and doubt. The visual effectively illustrates the sequential nature of Erickson theory and the lifelong process of psychosocial growth. Slide 7. Human growth is complicated interaction between an individual and their sociocultural surroundings, rather than a lonely process. This environment would include social, cultural, historical, and economic elements, has a significant impact on how people develop, learn, and live. Fostering healthy growth requires an understanding of these complex interactions. Economic circumstances, historical occurrences, social structures, and cultural norms all influence how people experience and are able to take advantage of opportunities. These elements affect a person's life path by influencing anything from personal beliefs and values to access to healthcare and education. Therefore, taking into account the complex influence of the sociocultural setting is necessary for comprehensive understanding of human development. In slide 8, this slide represents a personal perspective on human development, focusing on a specific context, focusing on a specific context. The presenter aims to illustrate human development through their own experience. The image of a person holding certificates, such as a focus on achievement and personal growth within a particular social setting, social cultural setting. The slide lacks detailed explanation, but implies a narrative approach to exploring human development. A low-lying island nation in the Central Pacific, Kiribati offers a unique context for understanding human development because of its geographic location and suspective and suspect and susceptibility to change to climate change, which pose existential threats to its people through rising sea levels, coastal erosion, and increasingly frequent extreme weather events that force displacement and affect livelihood. These environmental pressures have a profound impact on the following aspects of human development: economic development, due to its reliance on vulnerable sectors like agriculture and fishing. Kiribati is particularly vulnerable to the effects of climate change, resilience building, and economic diversification. Diversification are essential for sustainable development. Social development, social tensions, and resource strain are brought on by internal displacement and migration brought on by climate change. It's critical to preserve social cohesiveness and assist communities in adjusting to new circumstances. Well-being and health. Public health is impacted by how climate change affects sanitation, water supplies, and food security. Proactive steps are needed to address these problems and guarantee access to necessary services and healthcare. Education and human capital. Developing skills and investing in education are crucial for fostering resilience and opening doors for next generation. Long-term sustainability requires preparing youth for changing world. Governance and policy. Proactive policy making and efficient governance are essential for controlling the dangers associated with climate change and responding to new difficulties. Building the ability and putting good policies into action require global cooperation and support. Giver shows incredible resilience and a strong commitment to sustainable development in spite of these major obstacles. The country continuous attempt to adapt to climate change and create a more secure future for its citizens are being aided by community-based projects. Country experience emphasizes the crucial interaction between social structures, environmental corruption, environmental condition, and human development, highlighting the necessity of international assistance and collaboration in handling the difficulties faced by weak island states. In slide 9, and this slide introduces the concept of human recognition within human development. It describes human recognition as the extent of which an individual is acknowledged by others as having inherent value simply by virtue of being human. The slide mentions a paper that explored this concept, examining its role in development, reviewing relevant literatures across disciplines, analyzing how intervention might influence human recognition and its impact on local and economic development. The key takeaway is that this is an aspect of development that has not been extensively studied before. Thank you and Kamra.